Okay, John, enough for you. We're gonna holler at you in a little bit. Love you, man. Shout out to Jaheim. He got that Christmas album. It's about to drop in like 2 days. Shout out to Jaheim. Make sure y'all cop that album. Family first, y'all already know. I'll holler at you later, John. Thanks for checking in. I'm so normal, y'all. I'm so hungry right now. It's what it is. Y'all already know how I'm coming. But anyway, this is part two. Excuse me. This biscuit is calling me. My wife gonna curse me out later. Christian language. But anyway, this right here is part two of the streets and the pleasure that attracts you to them. This is part two, y'all. I think I left off with the guy that I grew up with. That basically told on me. And had me facing 85 years. I guess y'all saying right now, or thinking, you might be conversating with your man, your friend, whatever. Man, can nobody get you locked up? You shouldn't have been in the streets. Guess what? That's my next point. You're 100% right. The streets are not for me. It may be for you. For those that got a couple of bids up in them, the tough guys. The hood famous engineers. Yeah. Maybe for you, but not for me. But that's only one part of it. One part of the story. The other things that really made me want to leave the streets alone was the fact that the streets make you hurt people, man. You see what I'm saying? Somebody take your pack and don't want to pay you. You want your bread. And you want it in blood. A lot of times you don't want to talk, man. The streets do that to you. Mm-hmm. Now that's a physical hurt. Once again, excuse me, y'all. I'm hungry. I apologize for that. I'm so normal, so imperfect. I give it to you raw. That's why y'all love me. Yep. This is raw. Oh, let me show it to y'all real quick. I love them. You don't make them real hot. Just take the chill off. Bang, just like that. I'm about to go get me some syrup and dip it. Bang. I ain't gonna do all that. But yeah, we're talking about. I apologize. This is all Let's Talk Live Radio. part 2 of the streets. And the pleasure that we find in staying in the streets. If you're just tuning in, I gave my story of my last run in the streets. Well, the end of my last run in the streets. Somebody that I grew up with, basically set me up. I tell people I set myself up. This basically just like my first time talking about this. I used to tell them I set myself up because I was a clown. Being in the streets, I'm a clown. I don't know about you. I call myself Bozo if I'm in the streets. Because there's nothing for me out there. Nothing. It's like going backwards, man. That's my boy right there. Big Well, what up? Sometimes I'm hood with it. My man, I met him when I was in prison. Halfway out the summer. Good guy right there. William Mandeville. Hit him up, y'all. He's doing big things. But the snitches. Oh, this is what I was saying. There's like so many ways to lose, man. You got the stick-up kids, right? You got the addicts that's gonna rob you. Whether they rob you from you putting it in their hand and they never come back, or they set somebody else up to rob you. You got the family member that's gonna get you. They're addicted. Like you can't get upset with them. You gotta respect the game. You got the cops. It's like so many ways to lose, man. You can't win, man. I didn't did it all, man. I done shot my best. At him, man. I have 19 convictions. Oh, did I say that right? Not 9. I said 19 convictions. Mm-hmm. Nope. When the judge let me go, because the judge let me go. The same judge that locked me up, let me go. Let me tell you how I came home, y'all. I met a brother that was down for 30 years. Y'all know him. Frankie Peoples. Shout out to Frankie Peoples. I tip my hat to that guy. I said his name because we talking about a good thing. But anyway, he came to my cell while I was in the gang unit. Right? And in fact, was I in the gang unit at the time? I've been locked for so long, it's crazy. Anyway, he came to my cell while I was in acid or the gang unit, one or the other. Hey, C, what up, though? I see you. That's my boy. It's my barber right there. Always cutting off of Jimmy Carter, y'all. In the plaza, go see him. It's my boy right there. Always cutting. But listen, right? He came to my door. He said, hold up, man. You a Hoagland, ain't you? I said, yeah, what's going on, champ? Who are you? He said, you don't know me. You don't know me. You too young to know me. Real laid back, brother. Cool, calm, collected. He's so quiet you wouldn't even know he in the building. But the brother's a precious jewel. Or shall I say gem? Right? I learned that later. But listen, right? He said, what you in for? I said, drugs. He said, you get high? I'm like, nah. He said, you could tell him you get high. He said, listen, I can get you up out of here. I'm like, no, I'm facing a lot of time. He said, listen, I can get you up out of here. He said, I'm going to send you some paperwork, just fill it out and send it back to me. He sent the paperwork to me. It was sentence reduction or motion to reduce, something like that. Motion to reduce or sentence reduction. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, he sent it to me. I never filled it out. He came back like a week later like, yo, what's up? What happened? I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about the law. He's like, man, I got you. He took the paperwork, brought it back to me, told me to fill in the blanks. I filled it in. He said, mail this off. I mailed it off. Before it came back, the judge called me in the court. They put a plea on the table. It was a plea that I couldn't refuse. I'm facing 20 with a 10, 20 with a 10, 20 with a 10, 10 with a 5, 10 with 10 flat. The judge said, listen, you have a one-time offer. I'm going to give you a 10. I'm going to offer you a 12 with a 4.5 stick. 12 with a 4.5 stick. I'm like, what do I sign? At this time, I had about 2 years in, something like that. Because I was down on, I think a PB or something. I had to do time for something else. Anyway, signed it. Long story short, I got that time. Meanwhile, on the back end, my man Frankie Peoples, he put that motion in, a reconsideration of sentence. He put that motion in and got me sent to a halfway house, well, a drug program. The average person, that listen to this story that doesn't live like me. No offense, but it's a lot of you that don't. It's what it is. That doesn't live like me would say it was the paperwork that got me out of jail. Nope. Y'all know who I chased. I chased God, man. God moved in, he showed up, man, he showed out. He needed me on the streets, man. He didn't want me to be stuck in somebody's prison or institution for the rest of my life. He had a plan for my life, man. I listened. So, I came home and got into this program called the Integrity House in North New Jersey. The Integrity House was the format was to touch bases on your behavior, your attitude, and your addiction. Whatever your addiction was. At the time, I didn't know that an addiction could just be a way in act. A ways in action. How did God say? The ways in acts leads to the gods. You're talking about humbling experience. Wow. We was all in line one day. I stepped out of line by mistake. Right? This brother said, Zach, get in the dunk. I'm not going to say everything the way that he said it, but he was going in on me, talking to me like I was a clown, a savage, a kid. He came at me so many ways, man. I wanted to go up top on him. Like that was my specialty. I'm going up top. That's what I knew how to do. I wasn't good with talking. I wanted to fight. He said, man, get your choke in the dunk. I'm like, listen, man, watch how you talk to me. He's like, what? He started going in. I said, listen, man, you got one more. The director came down. Zach, whenever the head of the house tell you to get in the dunk, you get in the dunk. And with no response. I mean, Your only response is thank you. I had to thank that brother for disrespecting me. You ever had to say thank you when somebody disrespect you, curse at you, call you a chump, tell you that your family don't love you, you're never gonna amount to nothing? All you can say is thank you. I felt so small, man. He was so little too. He had to be about 4 feet something, 4 feet nothing. He was little, man. I just came home from prison. I was about 235, 240. Nice. See that back? Look at that back, yo. That back right there. I was looking like the Hawk, man. Right? Haven't been to the gym in a while. That's off the record. But yeah, I went to that program, right? I had to stand there with my hands to the side like this, right? And every time he disrespected me, I had to say thank you. I had to thank him for that information, even if it was information that I didn't want. Right? They told me that this program right here will either make you or break you. They never told me that it would break me before it made me. Right? They said it will either break you, it will either make you or break you. I was broke a couple times, man. I knew that if I didn't go through with this program, I was going back to prison. Somewhere I didn't want to be. You talking about being stuck in the gang unit for 6 years of my life. Not knowing if I was going to wake up one day, right? And somebody gave the brother in my cell that call to put that cold piece of steel in my neck. Yep. Not knowing if I was going to be able to make it back home to my family. The ones that love me, respect me, honor me. Even the ones that don't. When you're in prison, you still want to sing. Right? Come on, man, let's talk. But anyway, I went through the technical program. After being there for like 3 months of this humbling experience, I was told that I can go home. But listen to this right here, y'all. What was I going home to? I went to prison beefing with my ex. I cheated on her, had a baby, and they blamed her for leaving me. You feel me? I'm talking slick right now. You feel me? That's my signature chuckle, y'all. But yeah, what was I going home to? I came home. My mother told me that I couldn't live there. Could I be upset with her? Nah. Because I chose to leave the life of the streets. When you in the streets, man, you never know what you're doing to your family. You never know. Your mother might be smiling in your face, man. Right? And she loved you wholeheartedly, right? But in the back of her mind, she never know what's going to happen to her because of something that you did in the streets. It happens all the time, man. The era that I came from, if I can't get you and your brother, gonna pay for it. Why wouldn't your mother pay for it, right? That's how you think, man. That's the mindset of a street head. So anyway, I couldn't be upset with my mother when she said, no, you couldn't live there. You see, even though she knew that I changed my life, right? She didn't know if I was going to return back to the streets. And if I was to return back to the streets, that means that I'm bringing the streets in her home because I would be the streets. You feel me? I'm getting cool again, y'all. Shout out to Boss Franklin, y'all. It's his birthday. Quiet as kept. That was my mentor in prison. Wow. Y'all ain't know that. Boris Franklin was my mentor in prison. Look at him now. Happy birthday. And I appreciate you, man. Yep. He was one of the brothers, man, that had me think about really changing some things about my life. Like myself, he did the streets. He did prison. He had a nice hook up the jazz. He played with the ladies out there. But he was also my mentor. I said that to say this, man. For the ones that are in the streets, you don't have to be stuck there, man. It's a way out. There's always a way out, man. I tried God. Not saying this for you, but that's what I tried. Shout out to my wife. What's up, babe? I see you. You see what I'm saying, though? This thing is real, man. But yeah, be careful with the path that you choose, man, for your life. Because you never know where that thing is going to take you, man. Your plan don't always work. It don't always work out as planned, man. You're looking at a planner. My plan was to run up in Tyler Perry's studio when I got to the A. Mr. Perry, I got about 35 books for you, man. Mm-hmm. At the time, I got about 9 published. I know you got the emails. I sent you a bunch of them. Come on now, Mr. Perry. Movie time. Right? But when I got here, the whole game changed. I was supposed to move into this big house off of Zillow, y'all. I had a couple dollars. Now, I wasn't in the streets, but I got a couple dollars. Came down here about 10 stacks. But we had about 10 bedrooms, something like that. Right? Not to brag and boast either. It's not about that. I'm just telling you my story. Didn't get it in the streets, though. But anyway. Oh, before I continue, don't forget to dial in, y'all. 732-309-0208. 732-309-0208. You're talking with the pen himself, y'all. Let's Talk Live Radio. I just started my own thing, y'all. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to give you something raw. See, I don't play with it. I'm going to give it to you the way it is. Feel that. Shout out to my boy Iraq. He in the A, y'all, and he looking good. I saw him myself. I was hands-on with him. He had his weight up. He's shining. Right? And he with his big brother. My bad, his little brother. God. My head is right there. We came up together. It is what it is. You know? But shout out to Iraq. Hey, Iraq, man, if you're watching right now, keep doing what you're doing, man. I love it. Beautiful thing, ain't it? Yep. But yeah, I just lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna keep it pushing. Listen to this, right? If you want to get out the streets, right, and you don't know where to turn, you hear me? If you want to get out the streets, right, and you don't know where to turn, the first thing you got to do is put that pride to the side. You might have to go stay in a shelter or something, man. That's where I went to when I first came home. If I told you my mother didn't want me to stay with her, and I couldn't be upset with her. Just because you changed, it doesn't mean that everybody's going to accept your change. They might be looking at you like, okay, what did you change? You're looking at them like, look at me. I got my weight up, I'm shining. I'm intelligent now, I can talk slick. But what did you change? We talking about the streets, y'all. And the pleasures that we're attracted to, right? That the streets can give. Mine was the money, the women, the power, the respect. What's yours? By the way, I am your author. The Hoagland show. It talks about my family. Whenever you meet a Hoagland, for the ones that know the Hoagland, they all around Brunswick. A bunch of them, man. There's going to be a show. Even the ones that's married into the family. There's going to be a show. 9 times out of 10 is mentally. There's going to be a mental show going on. I wrote about him. Daddy Gone Wild. The father I wasn't to my children, right? Who I thought I was in the streets, right? Who I became the president, man. I had to accept some things, man. I had to talk about some things, man. Couldn't keep it to myself. My thing was, because I think my kids asked me, why do I keep going to jail? I told them I did it for them. But that's a lie, man. I was selfish, man. If you on the streets for your kids, nigga, get out. Excuse my language. If you on the streets for your kids, get out the streets, man. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. If you want to do it for the kids, get a job for the kids. Go to school for the kids. Walk them through them homework assignments. Something I never did. I think I did do it when I came home in 06. It was short-lived, though. But I had a visit with my baby. What's up, big head? Love you. Dee, love you too, baby. Proud, cool. Man. All my stepkids. Anyway, I got a visit from my baby big head, right? Listen, I was still in the game. I think I was in the game. Anyway, she said, she was like, I can't wait till you come home, Dad. Like, what's poppin'? I looked at her like, what's poppin'? I didn't find that cool. I didn't find it funny. I shut it down ASAP. Listen, I'm not your friend. If you look at Big Head, I love you. But you already know I'm gonna give it to him, bro. Listen, I'm not your friend. I'm not your homie. We not clubbing together. We not drinking together. We not smoking together. I said, ain't nothing popping. You not scared to talk to your father like that? And I was dead serious. But listen to this. She kind of tough, y'all. Listen to what she said. She said, you're not scared to talk to your daughter like that? I had to give her my famous chuckle. Because all I could do is see myself and little her. She only this big, guys. But that right there was the icebreaker. I knew I had to change some things. I couldn't be upset with my daughter for coming at me the way that she came at me. Because at the end of the day, she was only emulating what she said. She said what's popping because I was in the game doing it. That's what things pop. And the game's on it, right? You know, you got the Bloods, the Crips, you got the Odds, the Kings, you know what I mean? Different, organizations or whatever back there. So she thought that was me. She thought that she could talk to me like that. But once again, I couldn't get upset with her. I got upset with me. That's what I do today, man. I blame me. I don't blame nobody. I blame me. I take all the blame. That's how you fix things. Ayanla, fix my life. Hey, but that's how you fix things. You got to take responsibility, man, for the life that you lead. You got to take responsibility for your actions. You really don't have to take responsibility for your thoughts. Unless you make them. Actions. Because thoughts going to come and go. As long as you don't bring them alive. The negative ones anyway. But yeah, the change came. And being I didn't know how to deal with my situation. Of leaving the streets, I decided to get around people that was going places in life. Right? You really never know who's going places, right? So sometimes you gotta step out on faith. But anyway, I decided to matter of fact, it wasn't even my decision. Let me tell you this right here. I was in a halfway house. And this young lady came to me. Well, an elder lady. She was the director of the halfway house that I was in North. North. Anyway, she was like, she said, Hoagland, listen to me. You have too much stuff going on. I don't want you to work. You're not working. You're going to school. I said, but I only got a GED. I'm not. She said, if you go to school and you go back to jail. I'm like, what? She said, you're calm. And then she walked away. How you going to just force that on somebody? It was a good thing. But it's like she just forced it on me. Right? And that was probably the biggest decision that I made. The biggest decision that was, one of the biggest decisions that was made for me. I went to Essex County College. I took new media technology, digital electronic publishing, along with the this brother that was at the halfway house. His little insight that he gave me on publishing, I learned the rest at the school. I published my first book. I think it was Daddy Gone Wild. I think it was Daddy Gone Wild. My first book. I couldn't keep this to myself, man. I had to let the world know who I thought I was in the streets. I had to let the world know who I became in prison. I had to let the world know the father that I wasn't to my children. And I had to let the world know that I dealt with the repercussions. To this day I still deal with it. Yep. You're not looking at a guy that's fully healed. Nope. I'm not perfect. It's a work in process. It's a work in progress. As we speak, I'm still working on me. The way that I accept things, the way that I deal with things, the way that I respond to them. You might not always get that listen to smile when you say something slick to me. It is what it is. I'm so normal. Okay, I'm abnormal. But I'm imperfect, man. That's another thing that we have to accept about us. You're not perfect, man. You're not Superman. It's not destined for you to sell all the drugs in the world or stick up all the banks in the world or pound every female that you see. You have to accept the fact that you're imperfect. This is how you move on. Because then you start stepping out on faith. You're like, okay, well, God got me. I'm just going to take this trip. God got me. I'm going to go ahead and fill out this application. God got me. I'm going to go ahead and chase my dream. I'm imperfect. But I serve the what? Perfect God. But I decided to leave the streets alone, man, because there was nothing for me out there. Nothing. Today I'm an author of I'm a writer of 40 plus books. I'm an author. I think I have about 12 on my website right now. I took a few down. I have about 12 books up on my website. They walk you through my life, my trials, my trips. Nonfiction. Yeah, I give you real stories. Real chapters in my life I just put out there. Different relationships that I've been in, different women. My occupation at the time, as a personal driver, talking about a service, y'all. The ship has been revised, y'all. This right here is a book that I put together, which is the preparation of this trip that I took to Atlanta, chasing Tyler Perry. What my plan was. I think I talk about how it really happened when I got here too. I give you the beginning of it. We'll have to get part two. My heart's true. To get the details of what really took place when I got to the end. But yeah, you can go on my website, JackHoagland.com, JackHoagland.com, I think I have it in the back of one of these books. Hoagland.com. It's over there somewhere. Hoagland.com. And if you're in prison somewhere, anywhere, you can get any one of my books at half price. At half price. I'm also a talent acquisition. If you have any type of talent, if you're a rapper, if you're a singer, a dancer, you might just be like me. You might just want to be heard. You might just need some exposure. Guess what? I can make that happen for you. I can get you that exposure. I have a couple radio shows that, it's still linked with the pen. I had more than a couple, but I had to cut one off because I don't like untruth. You got to be raw with me, But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. I know I didn't give you everything that you need, but I'm quite sure you got something out of this talk. We were talking about the streets, y'all. The pain, the pleasure of what's the pleasure of being attracted to the streets, right? And making a conscious decision to leave the streets alone. Never returning back. Never return. Never return. The streets is real, y'all. Just watch the news, man. They're dying every day in the streets. They're not dying off of drugs. They're dying off of bullets. So many other things out there, man. It's just killing us, man. But normally, these things could be done in the streets. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Live Radio. Your author, your publisher, your motivational speaker, your talent acquisition, your radio personality, host, the voice of the people, the pen himself. I love y'all, man. Y'all be great, be blessed, and be wise. Make sure you visit that website, Hoagland.com. For the ones that tuned in, I see the names up there. Contact me. Each and every one of you can get one of my books at half price. Thank you.